students, I welcome you all in today's class on the topic food, festival, films and games. This is the second class, chapter number 13. And let's start. We discussed earlier, we discussed about foods and festival. We discussed about different types of food, ways of eating food in India, spices, availability of Indian food in festival. We discussed about various festival of various religion. Now we start films or cinema. Films or cinema is the strongest communicating way to the larger masses. The cinema of India consists of films produced in the nation of India. Cinema is immensely popular in India with as many as 2000 films produced in various languages every year. Indian cinema is global enterprise. It was very impressive content to explain the things through images, sound, action, characters, stunts, music and many more. So films and cultures are interrelated and go hand in hand. Our Indian films portray the essence of our society and our culture. These are the films through which the tradition value of the Indian society, culture diversity and above all and its unity, the diversity cultural and religious sect in highlighted. Next is Indian film during freedom struggle. During the time of freedom struggle, cinema was used a medium to show anger and voice the opinion of our nationalist leader and parties demanding independence from the British rule. Bollywood of that time showed that India was a both rural and traditional, rich and vibrant. The traditional values and culture celebration form the basis of conservation. India cinema of this time film showcased relationship, customs, norms and ethic of our culture, and India were mythological, like the first feature film of India, Dada Saheb Phalke, Raja Harishchandra. The Indian culture was still fighting with many of its social evils. The Indian cinema fought against these evils and portrayed a society that was both desired and achievable. A scene from the film Raja Harishchandra, even the earliest film made in India, is a mythological film like the first feature film, Dada Saheb Phalke. Next is today's movie. Today's movie dish out what the youth want and what the youth is inspired for. Again, the cinema reflecting culture, but the Western influence getting a strong hold on young Indian mind, culture, promotion of a vital role of the cinema. Cinema is a part of mass media that can greatly influence, affect the consistency of nations, therefore be used to preserve the cultural heritage of India. Treatment of a film, movie should be a ethically appreciate and respect the sentiments of all the Indians. In a global stage, it has turned the Indian spice into a new international flavor. Many international film festivals have hailed Indian movie as a special class type which can teach a lot of about film ethics to the world. Many of the Indian films are getting international screening and being praised worldwide, and Indian films are performing a great role to educate the Indian largely. Next is types of movie. There are many types of movie like romance, comedy. First is romance, and the first is types of movie. These are simple short cartoon films to the full length feature with the old star cast, like film covers and subjects are different and there the topics are different. Some of the most successful movies have been areas where the film can add an extra dimension. It's like a western movies, special efforts of science fiction and horror movies and singing on the dancing. Now start romance movie. Love stories and always popular. The romantic Let's Infant the Paradise was made in German occupied France during a World War II in 1979. There are many films made on romance like Ganga Jamuna, Avara, Om Shanti Om. These are all are romance movie. Next is comedy. Comedy movies like first film was silent yet the comic antics of the actor made audience roar with laughter. Today comedian range from biting social commentaries to the gentle humors. In India many films are made for Munna Bhai MBS, Angur, etc. Next is horror. German filmmakers were the first to realize that audience like being frightened. Directors were making horror movies in Germany by 1913. By the 1930, horror had caught in Hollywood in Bollywood also. Now in Bollywood also, the horror movies, the recent horror movies liked by people are B. Salbad and Raj. B. Salbad and Raj. These are the movies in 1930 and 1930. Many movies in the horror movies. Next topic is games and sport. Games and sport is a part of from modern games such as cricket, hockey, football, tennis, netball, basketball, and others. India has many old and traditional games and sport. These games are played for the center, and many of them were even invented here. Chess was invented in India. It was the first known as Chaturanga. Other indoor games which have been played here for many years are games with cowrie, shells, and beads or seeds. These games are played on board or even on the ground on which various patterns are drawn, and the players have to throw shells to see for the movie along the board and field on the street of the towns and villages. Many games are played, some team games which are popular in India like a kabaddi and kho. Now, topic about kite flying. Patang baji is very popular at certain time of the year, and so the games of spinning a top like a lattu, and the games are marble, goalies. There are also many games such as blind man, buff, and other games which involve running, hopping, and catching. And these are the Indian wrestlings. Also, kushti has also been a well-liked sport like children all over the country, but in foreign countries is gulli danda, and this game is played with a gulli, a small piece of wood sharpened at both end, and a danda, then stick. The gulli is hit or scooped out of hole with the danda. Indian wrestling like a kushti. And do you know the story of Iklavya? He was a master bowman. Many of our games are enjoyed by children as well as adults. These games are only invention and are for very much part of our own way of life. Nowadays, our tradition are maintained by achievers. Next is India at the game. India had its modest share of pride when Abhinav Bindra became the first person from the India to win an individual gold of the Olympic. There, the wrestler Sushil Kumar and the boxer Vijender Singh also exhibited the promising talent by winning one bronze medal each. Sushil Kumar went to win a silver medal in the next Olympic. India has two Olympic medals in the 1952 Helsinki Games when the hockey team had won the gold medal, and wrestler KD Jadhav had won a bronze medal, a record with had stood of 56 years. And these are he has won a record 6 medals, 2 silver Sushil Kumar, Vijay Kumar, and 4 bronze medal. First is the Gagan, Narang, and Sania Nehwal, and Mary Kom, Yogeshwar Dutt. These are the 4 bronze medal in the 30th Olympic 2012 held in London. Also in 2016 also at Rio Olympic, India won 2 medals. One is silver and second is bronze from the PV Sandhu and Sakshi Malik respectively. Sachin Tendulkar, you know everyone, Sachin Tendulkar milestone achieved. Sachin is the only player in the world to score more than 15,500 runs in Test series. He is the first Indian third international player after Alan Borden and Brian Lara to score over 11,000 test runs, and he scored highest number of test centuries 51, second is 49, and this ODI centuries bringing to total outstanding 100 international centuries. At last, Vishwanandhan Anand, Indian chess player Vishwanandhan Anand became the only man in the 122-year-old's history of World Chess Championship to win the world title in all 3 formats and all the championship 2007, and beat Vladimir Kramnik of Russia and defend his title in November 2008. Successfully defended title in the World Chess Champion 2010 against Vasilin Topalov in the World Chess Championship 2012 against the Boris Gelfand. Anand was also conferred honorary doctorate by the Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sport University in recognition of the outstanding and achievement contribution to the game. And he was the first recipient of the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna award in 1991 to 92. He was awarded Indian second highest civilian award, Padma Vibhushan. These are the games, and thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.